Hey, good morning, everybody, or afternoon, whatever time of day it is. It's wrestling time, right? It's time here for Arkansas. I'm joined with Ed DeVaco from Cabot and Eric Dubowski, the membership director, USA Wrestling Arkansas, and we are excited about the first Triple Crown event of the year. Ed, you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So we had a good weekend this past weekend out at Dover, battling for the Black Pearl. But now it's time to move on to the Triple Crown events, and we're lucky enough to be hosting the first one here at Bring the Hammer at the Cabot High School. We're expecting a lot of entries. It's going to be a big tournament. We've already posted pictures of the medals. They just came in, and I'm super happy with how they came out. Last year's were good medals. These ones they're bigger. I think they're nicer. I think the kids are really going to like these ones. So yeah, there it is. I'm really happy with the way they turned out and how they come together. But some things for the Cabot tournament being a Triple Crown event. We are running the 2 sessions similar to how Dover did it. One of the major differences we're doing with the Triple Crown events this year, and it's not just Cabot, it's going to be all three of them, is it's not just going to be the remote weigh-ins. We actually have designated weigh-in sites. So the wrestlers are going to have to go to either one of the 10 designated sites other than the Triple Crown event location this Tuesday from 6 to 7:30, and they're going to get their skin checked, nail checks, and they're going to weigh in at that designated site on Tuesday. Or they weigh in on site here in this case, at Cabot on either Friday night or Saturday morning. We have opened another designated weigh-in time for anybody that's coming to the second session. They don't have to be there for the 7 to 8 o'clock weigh-in in the morning. We're going to do an on-site weigh-in at 11 to 12, and they'll just report to the head table area at the Bring the Hammer tournament. We'll get them weighed in and ready for the second session. So we're trying to, be respectful of everybody's time and get everybody in there for the first session. When they're done, get them out and get the second session in there. Because like I said, we're expecting a big tournament. Last year we had about 350, and I won't be surprised if we double that number this year. So a lot of stuff going on. There's going to be a lot of people in and out. The weigh-ins are a little bit different. And then we also offer a dual tournament on Sunday. Right now we've got 6 teams confirmed, which means if you want to stick around and wrestle or you're on one of those teams, you're guaranteed at least 5 more wrestling matches on Sunday. And the duels are a good way for the kids in this individual sport to get the team aspect of it. It's grades K through 8. They fill in, there's 20 weight classes from 47 pounds up to 170 plus. So that being our heavyweight. And you plug in the best wrestler you got at those weights, and we battle them out. So as I know right now, Team Conquer, Pottsville, Cabot, North DeSoto has told us they're going to bring at least 2 teams. And then we've got the Memphis Elite Club putting together a Tennessee team to come over and take us on as well. So we're going to have at least 3 different states battling it out at that duel. And I can tell you last year, it was a lot of fun. And the kids really enjoy the duels because they're on the side of the mat right there, lined up in order, cheering for their teams. They're seeing how their points are calculated, and it's a lot of fun, and they really enjoy that aspect of it. So
yeah. That's one of our goals, Ed, too. That's one of our goals too, as a youth organization, as a development. We're getting our kids ready for that next level, and exposing them to duels is awesome, because that's where we get into the high school. You have a dual state championship, and really understanding a duel is different from any other aspect of tournament. You can have a great tournament team, or you could have a great dual team, which could be 2 separate types of teams. So this is a great opportunity. We appreciate that you're offering that for the state. The weigh-in sites, if they need to get to a weigh-in site, they can check the Facebook page. If they need some details, point of contact, and also it hit our all members. So whatever email you registered your child with or your athlete with USA Wrestling, check that box where you can have the point of contact and know where those remote weigh-in sites are.
Yep. And just one thing I want to add to the I've had a couple of people contact me and ask about. So the Triple Crown event is for the open division, and there will be the medals for the 1st through 4th. we've kind of broken the state down. We're on the east side, so you'll be getting the blue portion of the medal here. For the girls tournament that's going to be running simultaneously, there will be different medals, and they're going to be awarded first through third medals for the girls tournament. So we're doing 1, 3, and 5 open in the morning, girls 2 and 4 in the morning, and then it'll flip for the afternoon. Like I said, pretty much exactly the same as how Dover did it last week.
Yeah, and that's our goal too. We've seen an increase in female wrestling this year. Again, the goal by next year, hopefully we keep growing like we are, and we'll be able to put that Triple Crown side on the girls' side as well. Speaking about growth, Eric Dubowski, our membership director for USA Wrestling Arkansas, tell us where we're at right now.
Yeah, right. Thanks, Coach, and thanks, Ed, right there for that segue in. Ed at Cabot for this first Triple Crown event mentioned how he was expecting double the amount of athletes he had last year. Right now, we're sitting at 1,829 athletes in the state of Arkansas. Last time I looked, that's bigger than Florida, bigger than Ohio. And last that I knew, we have a much smaller population in those two big states, and they're wrestling states. So, and our girls is growing over 100% year over year, and that's thanks to all your participation, all your leadership throughout the state. You guys and girl coaches speak and leaders speak, and we listen. We're trying to promote the best wrestling we can in the state. So you're seeing the fruits of your labor and what you've entrusted us to do as a board with this membership growth. And you're going to see it this weekend at our first Triple Crown event in Cabot. It's going to be a big one, and we're really looking forward to it. So as usual, anything you need on the membership side, please reach out to myself, and I look forward to seeing everyone this weekend at the Triple Crown event in Cabot.
Outstanding. And like all of our youth events on the circuit, this is a USA Wrestling sanctioned event. So that means we're going to give you the best product that we can as we grow with USA Wrestling. And there's some things too that we have to maintain as we have our sanctions. It's going to be a madhouse. I'm excited to see the number. I'm hoping we get to 900 entries, maybe 1,000 with that number. And it will be a madhouse. You'll have the first one, and we can hopefully break some. We'll break some records for single event in the season. Boy, I would sure love to break the record from last year's state tournament, and it's a possibility if we get everybody out there weighed in and going. But as a USA sanctioned event, one of the things that has to be mentioned is that we got to do a great job. We have to do a good job of having our coaches with our coaches bands with their USA credentials and having kids off of the mat. We have to really look out for the safety of our kids, especially when we get to these large numbers. As we grow, we'll get better as a state, and we have consistency. But I know, Ed, these big numbers, plenty of room in Cabot Gym, plenty of seating. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, and one thing that I think we need to realize is, we've pushed to grow wrestling, and we're getting more people, and we're getting bigger events. And if you've been around for a while, you kind of have an idea what those tournaments look like. But when we start pushing 5, 6, 7, and honestly, I'd be scared if we hit 900 or 1,000 entries coming to Cabot. Some of these facilities have a hard time handling that. Simple things like bathrooms, simple things like seating. So we're going to ask parents, and we're going to ask coaches to please stay in the stands, stay off the sides of the mat. We're going to run a minimum of 8 mats. And that's full mats. So we're hoping that these matches go quickly, and we can, like I said, we can respect your time. But in the meantime, please keep your wrestlers up in the stands until it's about time for their wrestling. They're up in 3 or 4 matches, then send them down to a coach, and minimize the coaches and everybody that are on the side of the mats. We will have people going around and asking people to step back and move back and go up in the stands. Just so that we want everybody to be able to watch the wrestling. We don't want any interference with the head tables. Like I said, it's kind of like, we did a new state tournament last year down at Barton. It was a new event at a new location, and there were learning curves. And every tournament that is hosted before, as if numbers double, it's hard to plan for that. and then, foresee all the possible problems that can happen. So we're going to give the best event that we can give. We put a lot of time and effort into it. We're going to ask for grace if, something pops up. As much as I want to have everything under control, I have no control if a toilet overflows and the bathrooms go out of commission. That's going to cause a big problem. But trust me when I say we're going to do everything we can do to make this a big event, get through it as quickly as we can, give you the best matches we can, the best competition we can, with the coolest awards going around.
Speaking of, let's last year we had a pretty good Triple Crown award, and I gotta say, flattery is the best. Or what is that? Impersonation is the best form of flattery, and we see the states around us have kind of co-opted our Triple Crown. But man, they're gonna have a tough time touching this one we got this year. Ed, you want to show them how big this one is?
All right, so I've got them sitting here, and these just came in this week, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and put this. This is the one that you'll get out of Russellville, and sorry, I'm trying to get on with my phone there. I mean, that is a good size medal right there, and then you'll get the pieces that fill in on either side of that. So when it's all said and done and put together, so this is what we'll be awarding out there this weekend.
Nice.
On the blue side, and then you get the red side up in Fayetteville. When you put them all together, they do a real good job of making that outline of the state. And like I said, it's bigger than last year. I think it's a little more flashy. The bands are bigger, and I'm going to go ahead and try to turn my camera around real quick so again you can see them together. Is that working? There you go. Can you see it, Robert?
I'm letting you know. I see. There you go, right there. There it is.
All right. Yep. There they are. Oh, they're kind of blurred. So, but overall, like I said, just that they came out really well. We're happy with the way they look, the size of them, and just in relation. I mean, I said, great medals, look good. The kids are gonna like them. They're gonna earn them, and we're excited to make it happen.
Hey, wrestlers coming from all over, right? We've already had people from Louisiana, obviously, coming up. Tennessee's coming in. So this is an opportunity. Again, I'll defer back to you, Eric, talking about the pin rating system. It just got updated. They're working on updating that pin rating system on a more consistent basis as we go forward. But right now, our pins are updated, and this is an opportunity. If you're an Arkansas wrestler, come get you some pin action.
Yeah, that's a big one, Coach, right? So they updated them last Friday. I saw the results from our first ARYW sanctioned event up by me in Bentonville. The ones from Dover should be reflected by this Friday. And then you get some good competition. Hopefully we get some chances for our Arkansas youth to move up in those ratings, competing against some good athletes that are coming in from out of state and in-state. And those unfamiliar, right, those pin ratings reward consistency and winning against opponents from all over the country. It allows you to sort of build your reputation in the wrestling world. So when you are wrestling in-state at some of our events, our large events coming up, or if you start competing in regional and national events, you'll be put in the right spot on seating, and it's a great way to track your progress. It's like a ladder system in tennis. Or in chess, for those familiar with those individual sports or activities. And it's great. USA has really done a good job with it. There's a lot of positive feedback. We've implemented it in the state. Oklahoma has implemented it with all their events. And so it's another benefit wrestling here. And at an event like Cabot, at our first Triple Crown event this weekend, you're going to get a chance to really work on that pin rating and earn yourself some pins. So I'm looking forward to seeing those ratings go up.
That's awesome. Ed, it's going to be an exciting weekend. Cabot's ready. Cabot's prepared. Mats will be down. Any final thoughts?
No, just on the out-of-state wrestlers. A lot of times we see the same wrestlers in the same brackets every weekend, and that's one of the reasons I try to reach out and get these other teams in other states to come in when they can, and just coming over to the side of the state, it's feasible for them. And I'll ask that, if you see those other teams, thank them for coming. I know our kids have made friends with, a lot of the wrestlers from the different events. We linked up with some of them over the summer and went to national events on dual teams with them. so you can really establish some good relations. And like I said, just, I want everybody to feel welcome. I want them to get along, and, I want them to spread the word that, hey, come to these Arkansas tournaments. They're going to take care of you. You're going to get some good competition, and, well, hopefully we keep all our awards here in Arkansas, but I'm sure they'll squeeze out one or two.
And that means they just have to come back to the other ones and take a little shot at us again, and we'll have our shot at them. So,
yep.
Well, gentlemen, I appreciate you again. It's going to be an awesome weekend. We're looking forward to the numbers, looking forward to the wrestling, and hey, in the Olympic spirit, let's go Arkansas.
That's awesome. See you guys this weekend.
All right. Have a good one.